Fuck me.
This car can go fuck itself.
We had the sway bar in upside down. What's going on, you guys? It's Dyer here, and we have more mods for the Supra. Finally going to be putting on the HKS Hipermax springs, Eibach front and rear sway bars, and it was recommended these SPL rear sway links also go in with these sway bars. I'm gonna have to find a way to cram all this into the car. We're heading over to my buddy Tyler's shop. He works at a, what's it called, like a private repair shop kind of, and he does all of his mods there. His boss is cool, so we're gonna go ahead and try to cram all this in there and head on over there. Tell you what, if you couldn't tell already, I'm a Tetris pro. I'm actually amazed I was able to fit all that in there. The Amatrix Catlets downpipe and Armor Speed intake have been the best $1,100 combined I've ever spent in my entire life. If you haven't watched my video yet on me installing those and just talking about them, please go check it out. It's worth every penny. But on that note, let's talk about why I'm doing what I'm doing today. So I autocross this car. I also plan to do HPDE and other track events in this. I don't plan on having it be a full track build, but it needs a little bit of attention. If you see my other videos, the car likes to porpoise a lot. It likes to rock back and forth just because the suspension's a little soft from the factory. It's great for daily driving and it's still plenty agile, but I'm definitely giving up some time with the weight transfer of the vehicle being so extreme. And then additionally, sway bars, same story. I mean, they're good from the factory, but they're not quite as stiff as I'd like them to be for the autocross and track use this car has. Why I've chosen these selections is pretty simple. I follow Alan Patton, or Slinky, on Instagram. He is killing it in the Grid Life Time Attack in his Supra, and he ran the HKS Hipermax and the Eibach sway bars for a long time before he ever upgraded to full-on coils. I've actually talked with him a couple of times, and he swears by this setup if you're not spending $6 grand on a dedicated track setup. All right, they got slammed at the end of the day. After an hour of waiting, we are finally pulling into this motherfucker.
Do these have the same thing as BMW lug studs?
Yeah. They're fun to put on and off. We got the spring compressors on, looking at what's necessary to do the sway bar. Going to get the splash shield off here in a second and work on probably doing that. Fuck me.
This car can go fuck itself. I didn't sign up for this shit.
All right, we got the under tray off. Gonna get working on the sway bar here. Seems like it's gonna be pretty easy. Just right front and center. This transmission is crammed in here. It's gonna be really fun to do my aftermarket shifter. I don't even know necessarily where I'm looking up in here. This is the most I've seen on this car yet. Gotta loosen the sway end link, take this bracket off here, disconnect the sensor that went in here, and disconnect the sensor that went in here. And then from there, we're able to compress the springs, take it all out.
I can tell you right now, I wouldn't want one of these after it's 70,000 miles per hour. Pow!
Yeah. All right, we got the passenger side pretty much buttoned up. Just need to get the adjustable front end link, the ball joint, and tighten down the back of the strut there. Now we're getting started on the driver's side. Should just be rinse and repeat. We did already break the ride height control arms, so that's knocked out of the way. Just like that, the driver's side is done. Now we're moving on to the rears. All right, we figured out the rears are just as fun as the fronts. Had to take the struts out, install a new bump stock. Finally got them all sandwiched back in there. Get the scissor jack under here and finalize the back left. I am excited. It's gonna be a totally different car. All right, we are just flying through this. Got the driver's side all buttoned back up, sensors that connected. I'm pleased to announce we managed to not break this ride height sensor either this time around. We learned our lesson. And then we got the front one currently being super glued back together. Hopefully that works. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do this again and get the front sensor replaced, but we'll see. All right, you guys, and with that, all of the springs are in there. Got Tyler slaving away, putting the covers back on. They look good. And then from here, all that's left is take this guy off, SPL front end links, put it back down on the ground. It's exactly the same or a little bit higher. Well, we just finished up and it's not one bit lower. That's okay. We'll fix the adjustment tomorrow, or fucking probably Monday. But at least it's there. They're in. Now it's just tuning them. JK, front sway bar was hitting, so we gotta go back up. Well, it's happened. So that wheel, you know, she's straight. Tie rod got cooked, boys. The tie rod got cooked. We had the sway bar in upside down. This is my one of my inner tie rods, the trophy of stupidity. Just got it all aligned. It's still throwing a bunch of codes, so we're gonna take it out and see if driving it, power cycling it, will make it happy, because everything's how it should be at this point. Sway bar's on the right way. Could be a little lower, we'll work on that, but more importantly, I wanna get this code to go away first. Let's go, fellas. Just took it out, drove it over a couple of speed bumps, had no power steering for a little bit. It was scary, but let's fucking go. No codes, thank God. Oh, that was sketchy. We thought we fucked the steering rack up for a minute. All right, I'm gonna get it back there. We're gonna drop it a little bit more and call it a day. All right, you guys, it is now a few days later. We are in the garage. Springs are on, but they are not set up right. I'm taking the car out to Christian Brothers near Polaris, and we are gonna get an alignment, as well as the ride height adjusted, and then we'll show you guys what exactly it looks like. Right. It has been about 3 weeks now. It's now the fall time. It was summer when you guys last saw the last footage.
It's arguably winter now.
Chill out. It's November. With the springs and the sway bars, and overall I am very, very happy. The ride height looks perfect. It's not slammed on its nuts. It's track spec. Unfortunately, by the time everything was dialed in by Christian Brothers, all autocross and track events are finished for the year. So I don't have any like track experience, but in what spirited driving I have been able to do. It definitely wants to rotate a lot more. It doesn't seem to porpoise or understeer nearly as bad as it did. And whether that's the springs, the sway bar, probably both, overall, I am just very, very pleased. Dailying has gotten a little bit less comfortable, not to the point where I'm complaining at all. It's still fine, you know, for 6-7 hours in my opinion, but you do feel a good bit more of the road. It talks to you a little bit more, which is exactly what I was looking for ultimately. But for those of you that have gotten used to how comfortable the Supra was, like I had for a year and a half on stock suspension, it's definitely a good change. If you do plan on doing this, be sure to have a shop that knows how to properly align cars. I'm fortunate enough to have, again, Christian Brothers here in town who have plenty of staff that have track experience and knowledge on what it takes to set a car up right. So I feel like that definitely helped me in getting everything finalized. Be sure to tune back in the springtime, because there will be autocross vlogs and things and you know, more information on this setup at that time. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Nice.